Hi there, this is Eubhe, and this is a video about how I will be creating Facebook ad for my page, Homemade Dish Avenue. Bear with me, I'm pretty new at this, but I will try my best to explain to you and walk you through the process of picking the right ad for my page. And for those who are starting on a fresh Facebook ad account, you need to follow the easy-to-follow process of setting up your business account. Now, for those who are using it for personal purposes, the moment you actually set up a Facebook page, you actually are granted a personal account like the one I have here. I have a personal account, but based on our activity, we were tasked to create our own Facebook page, business account. So I will be walking you through the process of how I made my business Facebook ad account. Right. So while we're loading this up, so this is the Facebook Business Manager page, my page. For those who are starting it off, you have to go to business.facebook.com to be able to set up your own business ad account. So for this part, you'll just have to process the required information for you to be able to set up your own business manager account. For my part, because I was already able to process it, what you're looking at right now is basically my business manager account. Based on this setup, what I'll be presenting to you is what I do know and what I do understand about the hierarchy of managing and running ads on Facebook. Before we go through the process, I'll walk you through what I do know about business managers on Facebook. You first have to create a business manager account. This is where you manage your agency's advertising account. So we'll go through this one, business settings, for you to be able to follow what I am saying to you. The first thing that you need to set up are the people who will be working on your business account. First off, you need to have a business manager, and for this part, I chose myself because I'm running my own ads, personal ads. Now, as you can see, I set up my name as an admin, and I've set up my asset for this part, which is a page that I was already able to create, the Homemade Dish Avenue. Before we go to that page, this is the part where you have to add information if you're working with people, for example, partners that you need to share assets with. Now remember, let's go back to this one. My asset is my Facebook page, Homemade Dish Avenue, which means that if you are working with or collaborating with others, you need to have access or grant these people access into your assets or your accounts. Right. Now, so let's go back to Business Manager. Below the Business Manager is an Ad Manager. This is the host for your ad accounts and where you manage them. Now, the Ads Manager oversees the part for the ad accounts. So your ad accounts are basically where you manage your clients' ads. It's highly recommended that you set up one ad account per client in order to avoid confusion. Right. Now, each ad account has a specific ad campaign. So we'll be going through that in a little bit. How about this? Let's go to my personal ad account. That way you'll be able to see it, because as of the moment, I was restricted access into ad accounts for my business manager account. So just to run through, so you have ad campaigns. For ad campaigns, these are the type of advertisements that you'll be running. It can be traffic, it can be engagements, and others, and we'll be discussing more of the details on these during the creation of an ad in a bit. But that's the best way to achieve your ad campaign. You go to ad sets. Now for ad sets, you either try two ways that you can achieve your campaign, what you want to do, right? So for ad sets, this will allow you to find the best way to achieve your ad campaign, as I mentioned earlier. Now, these are what audiences you are targeting. You need to identify them. And finally, you have your ads. This is what your advertisements visually looks like. So these are the outputs of everything that you've worked from the very top. Now, for starters, your access to Facebook ads must be set up as a business account, right? But there is also an opportunity for you to create your own personal ad account, like this one that I have here, which I was able to set up, by the way, about more than a week ago when I started my Facebook page, the Homemade Dish Avenue. So that's why I was unaware of the situation that you actually had to create a business ad manager first before anything else. Then again, I hope it will be resolved. That way I will be able to create ad accounts for me to move forward in my intention to create or help or collaborate with others in the level of ad accounts, right? So I'm already on my personal ad manager so that I will be able to show you around the things that we need to understand. Before that, let's just go back to our business setting. I'd like to talk more about the business setup. Right after you actually add yourself as a business manager and then add information about your partners, and at the same time add your pages that you manage. As you can see, I've tagged Homemade Dish Avenue as a page that I own and manage. However, the ad manager is more of a personal account, right? After this part, you need to fill in the information on business information, and this is where you put all the details. As you can see, I'm actually unverified at the moment, but nevertheless, I filled out all the details of my account. That way, if they do get to review whether it's a valid request for a business manager's account, I hope they'll get granted to me. After you fill in the information of your business, you'll have to go to payments. For this part, you'll have to add the information on how you're going to go about paying for the ads that you're going to be creating. Right. So it's easy to follow, as most of the case on Facebook are. I wanted to actually have a business account or business manager access because this will actually allow me to create pixels that will enable me to access information about everybody who visits my Facebook page. And unfortunately, right now it's not available for me. And then there are other offline events that are also not available for me at the moment. So as you can see, my ad accounts is also disabled, which means that I won't be able to create new ones. Right, now let's go back to my personal ad account. That way I will be able to show to you how we go about creating ads. I mentioned earlier to you already that for starters, for an ad manager, you have to manage the following aspects of your ads. You need to understand what campaigns you want to do for your business, and then you have to have ad sets, which means that you'll have to do a trial and error for this one, not just one. Highly recommended that you try 2 ways to go about what you want to achieve with your campaign, and at the same time, your ad sets will eventually lead you to the number of ads that you need to do. Oftentimes, one ad set is recommended that we have at least 2 ways of showing it and see which one works best for you. Now, let's go to create an ad for this one. So as you can see, we are going to create a new campaign for this one. So let's choose our objective for this one. As you can see, we have campaign objective, and we have an ad set, and then eventually the ad. This is an easy to follow process. You'll just have to pick the best objective for your campaign. Now, in my case, I actually want to do more of a traffic because I want to send more people to a page or a website and then send me a message to start the conversation. And at the same time, I also wanted to do more store traffic. I want to have more people visiting me. But for this moment, traffic is the most important for me because I want them to contact me. So I'll choose this as one of my main objectives. Right. So we have here traffic. So just in case you need help, you can always click on to help, choosing an objective. But for now, I'm choosing traffic. Right. So I'm going to create a campaign name. In order to avoid confusion, I'm going to start off with traffic and then homemade dish avenue. And then I'll put in the date that I started it. So this is going to be, I'll start off with a picture campaign first. Picture. Right. So we'll have, no, I'm not that skilled yet to create an A or B test. So I'll just go on to campaign budget optimization, which is highly recommended. Now let's go to campaign budget. At the moment, my budget per day is around 250 pesos. So that's basically $5. And that's the actual amount spent per day. That is recommended. Now, when your ads have more opportunities to get results, you may spend more than your daily budget. You'll spend more on some days and less on other days to maintain your average daily budget. But for now, I'm setting it at 250 pesos because that's how much I can afford for a startup business. Right, so everything is set. Let's go to the next part, which is the ad set. Now, for this part, you will be seeing more details already on the potential audience size. And your audience will definitely be based on the information that you'll be setting up on the ad set that you have here. But at the same time, you'll have estimated daily results. So that's reach, is the number of people that you can actually, people that we estimate you'll reach in your audience each day. And this has to do with factors such as your bid and budget, and your actual reach may be higher or lower than this estimate. Remember, everything is estimates on this one. This will give you a ballpark figure and how much your ad will reach and what will it be giving to you. For example, link clicks. Now, because we're doing traffic, this is the number of link clicks that we estimate you can get each day based on your campaign performance and estimated daily reach. Now, the actual number of link clicks that you may get may be higher or lower than this estimate. Remember, guys, this is still just an estimate. This is to help you decide whether you need to improve on the details that you'll be filling in. Right, so let's create an ad set name. So this one again is traffic. And this is about homemade dish avenue. And this is one that's picture driven. Set on June 2020. Let's just be more that very specific. Now, let's go to the part of traffic. Right. Let me see. Right. So when you go to choosing the traffic, where you want to drive your traffic, you enter more details about this one in your destination later. Right. So basically, we'll just choose website because this is my Facebook page is the only way that I can actually access people right now. So I'll be using the website. So there's no need for me to do a dynamic creative because I'm not going to be changing on a daily basis. There's no need to offer at the moment because what I want to do right now is basically just reach out to people. Now for audiences, let's try to look into who we want to reach out to. For this part, we can actually take a look into names, and because I don't still have it, I use custom audience when you want to reach people who've already interacted with your business or lookalike audience. Because I still haven't started anything yet, which means that there is no audience that I haven't been able to get in touch with. I'll need to create a new one, which means that I'll be doing custom audience. So for now, no existing audience. So we'll do homeowners because I don't want to go outside the area yet because I'm still a very small business. So I'll be doing homeowners. Unfortunately, they're not. How about this? Include people who are in at least one of the following workers. Let's try this one. Alright, how about this? your targeting options are the same regardless of placements that you choose. Creating a new audience, these are the options available for creating new audience, which you can find in the audience section of the added section. Right. I'm not so sure about this one, but let's just see. Because I really need to create a new audience, the location, and the age and the gender. But how about if you just fill in the blanks first for the Philippines, right? I'm going to start targeting people because my products are basically food, and these are basic necessities for everybody. Now, here in the provinces, anybody as young as 16 can actually work and earn money for a living. However, knowing that most often than not, those who are actually 18 years old and above are actually most of them are already living with a partner, so that means that they're very much conscious about buying good food for their family. So I'll be choosing 18 and 65 for that matter. What I'm trying to look for is actually people who can buy food, their own food, I mean, right? So I'm not going to be gender sensitive. I'll be allowing everybody to hear about my store. Now, the good thing about my store is that it's actually along the main highway, main thoroughfare, so to speak. And we live in a trading city, and there's actually not that much need for me to do a lot of specific advertising because it's food. Everybody needs food. So I won't be very picky about the details on this one, but let's just try to get a few people into parents. Now, I'm targeting all kind of parents because these are the ones that are actually concerned about food most often than not. So this is the first I'm going to be picking. And so let's go back to demographics. Now, I'll be checking into works, industries. So in my area, there are a lot of construction workers living nearby. I'd like to target them, and at the same time, government officers. But let me see, I'd like to get more of the government officers because they have more chances of ordering takeaway. Now, this is actually a takeaway business. Most often than not, those who have minimum wage cook for themselves, except for lunch. Now, community soil cleaning. Let's take a look into this one. Government employees, right? Here it is. So I now have government employees. I now have parents. So let's pick one more. Right. I'm not going to be excluding anybody for the moment. For suggestions, let's try to take a look into suggestions. Sales. Right. Well, I'd like to pick on the salespersons because they usually are very active in my area. So basically, for the targeting, just have to pick 3 top most. You don't need to go overboard about this one. Now, I was able to fill in the location, age, gender, and detailed targeting. As you can see, there has been changes already with the audience size. The potential reach is already at 9.3 million people, and estimated daily results will give me about 2,000 to 6,000 people that my ad can reach to. This will give me about 24 to 71 clicks. If we're going to go with the 10%, 10% conversion that I do know of from sales, it will probably give me about 2 to 3 orders. And for starters, I think that's okay for me. Not too big, and at the same time, it's reaching people. So I'll go with this one. So I'm going to save this audience. That way, I won't have to, fill in the blanks later on my other ads, because these are basically the people that I want to get in touch with. Now let's go to continue, and let's move on to the next part. Right. For this one, it's a default name. My ad name will still be traffic, and it will be about homemade dish avenue. And for this one, picture, and then call to action, which is a message that I want, right? Now let's go to the next part. So the more that you go to the lower part of your ad, you have to be more and more specific because you don't want to confuse yourself. Remember, again, the ad set will definitely tell you what is your target, right? So, well, your campaign is going to be what you want to do, then your ad set is going to be your target, and your ad is how you're going to achieve your target. Now, I want to use picture for call to action, right? So, I'm going to start moving on to the identity. Now, choose how you want your business to be presented in your ad. I'm going to pick, let me take a look. Right. I'm so sorry. I am so confused right now. Identity. How about this? Let's duplicate this one. I'm very confused. Now, I'm not so sure if it's going to show me my business details. Apologies for this one. So let's go to Ads Manager. First, I'll be checking in. Well, I'm not so sure if there is actually a detail about the account. This is Ads Manager. I'm something to check out. But anyways, let's just go ahead and process this one. That way I'll be able to finish something. Let's do the first part, right? We won't be pushing it through anyways. So for Instagram account, I'm not going to complicate things right now. So we are going to do, how about this? Or choose how you'd like to structure your ad, single image or movie or video. I want this because I don't want to do a lot of pictures, so I only have very few pictures at the moment. So I'll be picking this one. Right. Let's go to media. Now choose an image or video, create a new video slideshow using a template. Now, I won't be doing that. Right now I'm not that skilled in creating videos, but I'll do the media. Right, so for this part, let's set up a text and links to add to your information. Right, so it will be on, wait, let me see. Please select media to your ad. Okay, text. For the text, for primary text, we know how much you love milkfish, but hate the bones. We got you covered. We are making eating, but it's not really eating. Eating milkfish, a delight for people of all ages. And we know how much you love milkfish but hate the bones. We're making eating milkfish a delight for people of all ages. This is my primary text. This is my, hello to everybody. So, love and the hate. Now, if there's another option where you add multiple text option, let's just leave it at that. So for the headline, right, I'm going to add a headline because for this one, I like it to be short and sweet. Love granules but hate the bones. Right, so that will be my detail. So for description, how about let's go ahead and try to see meat process, because this is what I will be presenting to my clients. So we process milkfish in different variants. Just the way Filipinos love them. We'll just call it that. Right. So supposedly I'm going to add Facebook event. Well, I'll open up my Facebook page because I want to put the details in my account. Sorry, well, it's actually still loading. Let's go back to this one. So now for destination, I'll be sending in my Facebook page of Homemade Dish Avenue. And it's still loading. Right. So sorry about that one. Okay, now this is my web page. As you can see. Alright, so we're seeing already data, alright. So Homemade Dish, we know how much you love milkfish, but right, okay. So let's just take a look at it from Facebook. Display link. Enter the link that you want to show on your ad. Now, call to action, I'm going to ask them to send me a message. All right, see menu. No, not now, but you can definitely contact us. Yeah, I want them to contact us because I want them to order immediately. Right, so basically, I'll be needing to fill in the information about the picture. So no need to do languages. Okay, right, I need to know where I will be sending in my picture. I need to add an image for this one. Right. Now, I'll be uploading my own photo. I don't want to be using other photos because that will definitely be account images. Okay. This one. Let's take a look. Yeah. So we'll pick this one. No, let's edit image. I think that's good enough. Crop square. Well, we know how much you love fish, but hate the bones. You're making eating the fish delight for people of all ages. Like boneless, but hate the bones. I think that's a good line. So if I want them to contact me, I'm doing this one. Anyways, so here's the thing. I won't be able to do some tracking for this one because I don't have access to Facebook Pixel, including the app events, and the offline events. But what we'll be doing is basically, we'll actually be going to take a look into this one. Right. As much as I want to take a look into this, I can't at the moment. Let's take a look into this one. I won't be cropping any more of my image. Let's take a look. Alright, so that you can see the whole thing now. So basically, if I do crop my image, I actually just want to move it. Anyways, it's there. Let's just do it like that. Okay, that's like this, but I'm not so sure about what that means. Contact us. So we'll be doing this. Contact us. Book now. Or it can be late, but I just want them to contact us for now, at the moment. Right, so let's try and see how it goes. So click confirm. We found one error. Please fix website update destination. Right. A website build URL parameter. Not so sure what this means. Let's take a look at it. But basically, so this is how it will look like. I'm hoping that, I'm not so sure how I can actually take a look into this one. Crop image. I would want to crop it, but I don't know. Let's just crop it. Confirm. Okay, so as you can see, creating a text post actually has a requirement that you don't put too much text on it. Right, I think this is a good one already. I hope so. Right, so instant articles, no, this is it. So basically, simple. I hope this will grab people's attention and let them know what we have. I'll try to go to, because it won't allow me to. How about if we just try and use a different page? I think this one. It's just for the purpose of setting up. How about that one? Invincible. Now, I have no idea what this is asking for from me right now, but this will be about it. I guess I won't be able to move forward for this matter. But basically, I think we're good to go. This is the part where we need to decide on the details that are very much important on what they will be seeing. And the appearance of your ad may vary based on the device, but whether it is shown in article or in the related article section. So other than that, I guess this is how it will be looking for the clients or customers will be looking at this ad. Alright, I'll be ending everything at this point. I'll be trying to add more details about how to create a video for this one. I'm trying to find if I have an appropriate video that I can use to show to you how we can create a video ad for clients. Now, I hope I was able to show you an idea of how it will look like when you are creating your own advertisements on Facebook. Right. So, other than that, I hope I was of help in understanding how I created my Facebook ad, my first Facebook ad for my business, Homemade Dish Avenue. I hope it was clear. I hope I was able to present it clearly. But so far, this is what I do know and what I do understand about creating ads on Facebook. So maybe the first time that I will be doing it on this side. I do know for a fact that you can actually do a boost on your Facebook posts right immediately on your Facebook account. But I'll show you how it's done. Well, basically, if you have access to your Facebook page already, Facebook is very proactive in letting you know that there's a way that for some of your pages, you can actually go ahead and boost your posts. For example, this one. So if you want to boost, let's try to take a look into one of my videos just for me to be able to show to you. Now, yes, this is a video. So if I want to boost this post, just go ahead and click on boost post and let's go over this part by part. Oh, it's still asking for a website URL. Add a valid website URL. Let's try to use pencil app. Alright, let's see if this will help. Here we go. Hi. And what I want to do is I want people to actually order or shop now. Right. So it's not just about sending a message. I want them to order, but because this is actually generic, a generic video, so I'm trying to tell them about where we're getting our milkfish from, and aside from selling processed milkfish products, there is also another purpose that I'm actually doing this business in, and that's to explain to my fellow balloons, or those who are living within the area, that we do grow our own balloons or milkfish, and I'm trying to help them with the marketing aspect, because from my experience of working with these fisher folks, the main problem is actually marketing. And since I am out of my, since I started working from home, it means that I will have an opportunity to actually do something about it, not just be a salesperson for the feeding industry. So it's just a quick background on why I would rather that they also send me a message. So we can just go ahead and ask people to send me a message. Now, when you're going, let's start off with goal based on the settings, right? So let's go ahead and target. A welcome message will be for the messages that we're going to get. Can I learn more about your business? Well, can you tell me more about your ad? Is anybody available to chat? I think the first question that I'd like anybody to ask would be, is anybody available to chat? Because then I'd know what their intention is about. And my second question, hi, please let us know how we can help you. Hi, this is Eubhe. I'd like to be very personal. This is Eubhe. Please let us know how we can help you and what products you are interested in. So basically, this is already the video part. So is anybody able to chat? And my next question, which of our processed milkfish products are of interest to you? Right, so basically I'll be setting up a menu as well. That way they can go ahead and pick whichever one they want. And for the last part is, do you want to cook it cooked the way you love it? Or do you want to cook it by yourself? Right, so these are the questions. Be saving it. And right, now let's go ahead and change the information regarding but for the age. Yes, it was going to be Philippines later. I'm not so sure if we can go ahead and pick later Philippines for this one. Or we can just go ahead and use Philippines. Oh, okay, now I get it. So Philippines later. Okay, so they're making it very hard for me right now. So here's what I'll do. Just go ahead and drop a pin to where we are right now. I'm not so sure where we are, but I'll go ahead and be as accurate as I can. But I do know we're here. Right, and I'm going to be setting it up to about 20 kilometers. So I want to reach out to, well, how about if we just start with 20 kilometers? Because some people who do business in our part of the city actually pass us by. So for detailed targeting, I will be, well, let's just do it. For demographics, I still want to go for parents, all types of parents. And at the same time, for work, parents, work, education, financial, income. I'm not so sure why they have only people. Government employees. Yeah, business industry. So basically who are working, those who are sales. Yes, I want those who are in sales as well. And no, entertainment is not something that I want. Workers. Basically, I need workers. But since none of them are in this part, I'll just go ahead and go for construction because we have a lot of construction workers nearby. Right, are you sure you want to close the app? Sorry. Not the United States. Right there. Philippines. Philippines. Drop a pin.
Here we go.
As you can see, they are actually for advanced targeting. You will have to go to Ads Manager, which we started off earlier. So potential reach, as mentioned here, is fewer than 1,000 people. Audience definition is not available. We'll just go ahead and find parents, all types of parents. This one, and for work, the type of work that we need, industries. Those who are on administrative services, actually a good target. And construction workers at the same time. Oh, government employees. Yes, I want them. Right, and the salesman. Alright, so that would be all. Make sure you want to close cancel. So let's go back. I hope that was saved. So now as you can see, we started off with 1,000 earlier, and when we put in a lot of information about who we want to target, it went to 51,000 people. So which means that although it's not that broad, but it's fairly broad, so to speak. Right. And so we'll just have to go ahead and save the audience that we want. And let's go people in your local area. So now I'm setting it to 20 kilometers radius. Potential audience size. So my budget is only 500, so it's only going to give me about 6 people to reach out to. So let's try to see if we can grow it. No, 50 kilometers. Right, so at least it's going to 985 people to 2,800. per day. Your ad will run for 5 days, and that's about 500 pages. I think that I'm within budget at that time. So it's going to be, I'm going to run it for 3 days because, 4 days as mentioned here. And it's going to start on 20th of June. But if I set it at 250 pages, I start to see if it's going to change. So it's going to be lower people. So we don't want that. But then again, I'm not really after too many people calling me in placements. So yes, I want to see them on Facebook. And I have my card information here already. So here's the thing. After all the considerations that you will have regarding details and all that, basically everything will, I'll just put it at 500 because I'm targeting at least 5 replies per day. So I'm willing to pay the cost it will take for me to reach more people. Right, so this is the video. So you just have to boost your post after this one, and that would be all, I feel. Right. So this is Eubhe. I hope I was able to share with you some tips on how I went about deciding on what type of audience I'm targeting based on my business, the type of business that I have and what my intentions are. So basically, this one is more about reaching out to more people. Well, the first one that I did, my intention was to get them to order. So that one was for store traffic, and this one is more of traffic, right? So I just showed you 2 ways to go about creating an ad for my business. I hope it was clear. So this is the second time I'm saying it, but I hope I did a good job at it. I may be starting at it right now. I'm not saying that I'm good at it. Basically, it took me 5 days to really get a good grasp on how to make a Facebook ad and understand everything. But here's the good thing though. After 5 days, I was able to do this on my own with confidence, and at the same time talk to you about it comfortably. And I just want you to know that I'm very much determined to learn more about this one. Not giving up, not just yet. I hope you give me a chance to work with you guys. Thank you. That will be all for now. Bye-bye. You have a great day.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it informative. If you did find it informative, do visit my YouTube channel, follow me, give me the thumbs up sign or give me the love. For more information, visit my website. Thank you again. God bless you and stay safe.